It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your podcast is? It's with watching your children gently into the night, guiding them. I am Billy at _Swan_man on Twitter, repping for the Army of Starkness show at Army of Starkness, also on Twitter. Like the Facebook page and be sure to download all the fun little episodes we have for you on Stitcher, Spreaker, and of course iTunes. Because what else, man? Come on, it's free! Keeping the free funny. How do you like it? Yeah, you know. Sometimes we get too serious. Why so serious? Tuesday night, at least for me. At least right now, as of this podcast. Boom, Tuesday night. How are you? Because Monday's gone. Gone, daddy, gone. Just pissed away like so much urine. David Bowie had a new album out today. I've seen the music video for Where Are We Now, which dropped about a month and a half ago. And it's a good-ass video, but it's a very somber song. Like, it's not as weird as I thought it might be, or at least I hoped it might be. The Thin White Duke, he's getting, introspective in his old age. But he's always been kind of introspective. So, fun shit with that, right? Good stuff. Bon Jovi has a 16th album out. That's too fucking many of them. That's all I got. It's just, those are things that dropped. Something about, I think you can buy the Marine 3 starring The Miz today. I don't know why you would, but you could. So, there's that. Speaking of the WWE, of course I have to continue with the ongoing saga of CM Punk versus The Undertaker. 20-1? Question mark? Yeah. So, last night was a big tribute night for Raw for William Moody, a.k.a. Percy Pringle, a.k.a. Paul Bearer, one of the best managers of all time, at least the modern era. But yeah, pretty much of all time. Even if you watch some of his old NWA shit, it's crisp. Different, but crisp. He's fucking fantastic. Fucking set the stage and shit. And he was Paul Bearer, and he worked with The Undertaker and brought that shit to real. He's part of the Bone Skull crew. The BSK Forever tattoo that's on Undertaker's tummy was also on was also on Paul Bearer's stomach, along with a few other notable people whose names I forget at the moment. But the Bone Skull crew was The Undertaker's literal, it's his fucking biker gang. Like, that whole American Badass thing wasn't no fucking show, man. That's what he's like for reals. That's why he looks much older than he actually is. Hard living in the sun. So, that's why he's looked 50 for fucking 10 years. He's only 47, and he looks like shit a little. And, he's been through the fucking ringer, man. Come on. But, so, they bring the urn out, and, Undertaker does a solemn thing, and not since, who died? Somebody died recently, and it was all very respectful and shit. I'm bad little puppy for not remembering that one. Anyway, but he came out and he tipped his hat, and he left, and I forget which memorial that was. It was something recent. Somebody that died. Anywho. So he comes out with the urn, and of course, that Paul Bearer being linked with his character and therefore his success, especially in good old days, is kind of a big deal. Undertaker and Paul Bearer, peas in a pod, one goes with the other pretty famously. So, he does this thing. CM Punk interrupts to straight up shoot on the 20-0 thing at WrestleMania. He goes on about the streak. Like, fuck Paul Bearer. He doesn't really say fuck Paul Bearer, but it's in there, the undertone. And the fact that he played with the death of Paul Bearer was huge. Because usually they leave those things fairly sacrosanct. Randy Orton did it once with Eddie Guerrero, but that was months after Eddie Guerrero was dead, and that was to Rey Mysterio, not to Vicky. But holy shit. Like, seriously. Oh no, never mind. It was Shawn Michaels' retirement. Shawn Michaels isn't dead. Where he came out and tipped his hat and it was all awesome. Yeah, okay. Wah, wah. CM Punk does the thing, Kane fights him. They had a great main event last night. Pretty much the highlight of the show was the Kane-CM Punk match. Old school, angry Kane, good shit, Technically, in kayfabe, Paul Bearer was his father and shit. And, Punk ends up, after the match, fucking over Kane, stealing the urn, which hasn't happened in many years, and mimicking the Undertaker's dead man symbol from the entrance ramp. He does the kneel down and the power grasp, or whatever you want to call that thing that he does where he rest in peace, and he does the whole hand gesture. And so Taker responded in kind with the throat cut, as only he can do. Well, save for Chris Benoit, but that isn't happening anytime soon. Except in hell! So, awesome. Good shit. I love the winking, blinking, and nod that they do, breaking through the fourth wall kind of stuff that CM Punk does. And it was all cool with the family and shit, and they did a great tribute stuff throughout the night. But just using that to give Punk heat makes it entirely credible. Like, everybody, of course, wants to see Taker win more than ever. It's no longer like a question of streak versus retirement, where can Shawn Michaels do it, and so on and so forth. It's no longer that. It's changed the whole notion of the streak. It's made it something else. It's the whole, people went to WrestleMania to see Hulk Hogan kick the shit out of Roddy Piper kind of thing. People are going to want to see Undertaker beat Punk. And that's the power, I think, that lies in the hand of CM Punk now, is that he must win, as I've said before. He must. Watch, he's not going to. But the change-up in narrative now, where people are going to actively be like, yay, Undertaker, because he's so much a face as opposed to, an entity. The Phenom is no longer the Phenom. He's been relegated to more or less a babyface role, because it was heads or tails between Triple H and him and Shawn Michaels. And that's four matches of the streak that really make the streak what it is, because some of the retrospect stuff is kind of bullshit, but those 4 matches are fantastic, and they really tell the story. The end of it has pushed him into the legend category of, one last go kind of thing, like Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels stuff. But he's straight babyface. Like, there's no doubt. There's no taking a side, really. Well, in the proper way. Of course, the internet fans, people like me, are going to be skeeting their britches over CM Punk getting a victory, of course. And seeing that power shift. Oh, cannot wait. Either way, it's going to tear the fucking house down and steal WrestleMania. Like, it's over, guys. I don't care what Rock and Cena have to say about it. It's done. It's in stone. Unless one of those two gentlemen passes away all of a sudden, that is going to be the match of the night. It will not matter. Short of Brock Lesnar taking a handgun to Triple H, that is the game changer. That is the match. Fuck all of anything else. Unless Cena turns heel, which is getting kicked around. Cena and the Shield, because the Shield never attacked Cena. But that's all WrestleCast stuff. WrestleCast, doing it right. I don't know. Hard to get people to do the the talk counterpoint thing. It's hard to get everybody together. That, and I don't have my kit yet. Don't have the money. Waiting for it. So it doesn't all sound like Comic-Con, as I said Monday, is on its way. Excited. Not really. Sadly, I'm not. It just, I don't know. The list of guests and stuff. I mean, yeah, there's some WWE legends and some cool shit. I'll probably do a drop-in, but I got other things to do. That's also on fucking St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day has never... Oh, excuse me. Well, that's a fuck-up. St. Patrick's Day, redo. Fuck it, we'll shoot it live. Fucking thing sucks. Fuck it. Bill, speaking of Bill O'Reilly and the, Irish heritage, what have you, St. Patrick's Day is actually on a day where I can A, drink, and B, drink. And not have to worry about work. That's the big thing. That hasn't been the deal in a while. I've had to drive down through downtown when everyone gets their little green bracelets and they drink the green beer and they do the whole parade and the whole nine. I have not been able to do that because I've been working, because it's on like Thursday or a weekday of any kind. The sun's out. I'm like, I can't drink beer in the sun. I gotta work. So it always was kind of like, fuck. I had to do it the weekend after or the weekend before, and it's just never the same, Because nobody wants to hang out on the weekend when the sun ball out. Aw, not yet anyway. Not yet. That doesn't matter now. Not only is the Comic-Con going on, that's St. Patrick's Day. Wow, it's over. It's on. It's on for Billy. Not in the... let's keep it to beer, kids. But green beer, I finally get my green beer, which will taste just like regular beer, but it'll be green. And that's the novelty, and I'm a fool for novelty. And fucking mark for stupid shit like that. Green Hershey syrup for the Hulk, you bet your asshole. Ugh. Got violent. But I'm all about it. I'm all about it. So, hooray, I get, great taste tastes great together. Do I want to see Billy D. Williams? Of course. Do I want to wait around to see Billy D. Williams? I was going to get VIP tickets, but shit fell through, as you can plainly tell, because there's no fucking headsets around here. Sound quality is average at best. So, and there's no funny noises, no fart cues, no nothing. I got nothing right now. It's horse shit. That's okay. I love you anyway. I hope you love me. If you don't, I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. Get a lot of good listens and a lot of good followers on Twitter, of course. We love to have you guys, and we hope you guys are listening. At least a little bit. Just a little bit. Just listen, a tiny taste. It'd be good. It's good for you. That's all you need. It fizzes. But hell yeah, I love green shit. I love novelty anything. Fucking turtles pudding pie, I love it. Terrible for me now, terrible vanilla pudding in the Hostess pastry shell, and they'd put vanilla shit in it, but it was greenish. And I remember the commercial I looked on YouTube to refresh. It's like, oh yeah, I love turtles pudding pie. Because, I'm not into the fruit flavors so much. It's too intense. Too many chewy bits. I like a nice, mellow, custard. And that's what the fucking ooze that they're skeeting on each other in the commercial, that's what it was. It was green, vanilla custard, basically. Smooth and delicious. And fuck you. Would I kill a man for a turtles pudding pie? No. Because they make versions of it in other places. And Hostess is on its way back, bitch, because of course. Everybody, shit their pants, but I don't give a shit about Hostess coming back. I didn't really miss the Twinkie so much, because Twinkie's not a thing that I eat all that often, I try not to eat snack cakes all that often anymore. But Twinkie's best served every, 4 months, 6 months. Be like, oh, so you can forget about it. And it's flammable contents, and then be like, oh, yeah, of course. And then get a couple packs and eat a couple Twinkies and then call it a day. There's a reason, so you miss it. There's a reason Girl Scout cookies are only sold once a year. It's because, well, I think they're sold twice a year, but I don't fucking know. It seems more frequent than once a year, but I must be wrong. There's a reason they leave. It's so you can miss them and want them, and when they come back, you buy the fuck out of them and eat them. Like, yay. Like now, although they ain't no little bitches. Sorry, we're my little Girl Scouts, man. I got nothing. I'm trying to buy some cookies here in this motherfucker before they're done. I've gotten 2 boxes. I'm meant to get I haven't bought any. Wife got some. But goddamn it, I want my fucking Samoas, man. Come on. Little lemon creams, those are good. I tried the fucking bubblegum flavored ones, and those are horseshit. The Smart Cookie. Again, I called them bubblegum flavored because the inside tasted like Trident passion fruit, and it was fucking distracting. It's not terrible, but it was distracting. Artificial vitamins have been infused in this cream cookie. Meh. Shouldn't taste like bubblegum. That's fucked up. But I want my cookies! Now! And I haven't seen anybody. Not a single person. So, time's running out. But the good thing about Hostess, leaving, is that in this area, we got our Tasty Cake, and me and Tasty Cake, because I was looking at Tasty Cake instead of tits for some reason. Didn't see the tits, saw the Tasty Cake. I didn't know it was, running wild in my local area, but it is. You got your chocolate junior, you got your caramel junior, you got your coconut junior. I like the coconut junior. You got your candy cakes, you got the other ones that are like candy bars. Stoked. And they sell pies. Love it. Love the diversity of snack cake. Like Hostess around here, yeah, used to it. I've already defeated villains. I found out what happens to a fruit pie when it goes bad, because, brother, they go bad. It was about 2 months after the expiration date, and I'm like, well, maybe. Crack it open to see if it's safe. It's not safe. The cherry filling, had turned into, the sole of a shoe. Like cherry-flavored rubber. Because all the pastry just falls away, which is... I'm a pastry fiend! But yeah, the filling turned to another form. It's like you could lick it if you wanted to, I guess, but no. I was concerned because they say Twinkies never go bad, but you bet your asshole the fruit pies do. So, keep them fresh, even though they taste like, not real. All things end, like The Undertaker, like Hostess, although they're coming back, as Spock said. And the new Star Trek trailer proves that J.J. Abrams really likes Evo suits. I don't know if you've seen the new Star Trek trailer, but you should, if you're a Star Trek fan. God damn it. But he really likes the environmental suits for Star Trek, which is a choice, I guess. I always thought, of course, this is back in the day, the first movie and shit, where Spock flies into space to fuck with V'ger and shit. I always found those cumbersome and irritating. J.J. Abrams, he fucking loves them. Loves them! Because there's at least 2 different parts in the new trailer where they get their Tron on and put their little Evo suits on and get spaced. Also, they describe John Harrison, Benedict Cumberbatch, not Khan, they describe him as a terrorist and a criminal. And like Kirk's just bent on seeking justice, at least that's the tone that's given from the trailer, like he's the unhuntable man, like fuck that, I'm gonna get his ass. With, the little shuttlecraft, which we didn't get to see a shuttlecraft so much in the first movie. I mean, we did, but that was more for loading on. But this is like a tactical shuttlecraft, and it looks pretty cool. And this trailer was heavily focused on the devil-may-care attitude of Kirk that everybody loved in the first movie. Like, we need more of that. But now Captain or former Admiral Pike is like, nah, man, you're fucking reckless, dude. You're gonna get everybody killed. And of course, they're gonna kill Spock. They're not gonna fucking kill Spock. I contend, although I'm wrong about most things, which is apparent if you're a steady listener, I contend, though, that, what's his name? The new Spock. Not Sisto. That's not right at all. He has a funny name, though. Like Sisto. Siler Spock, for lack of, I'm blanking on his name at the moment. Apologies. He's not established enough for his death to mean shit. I mean, he still thought Kirk was mostly a dickhead by the end of the first one. Like, yeah, he agreed with him, but they hadn't had enough bonding in my eyes to give the impact of a Nimoy death. I don't think Spock's going to bite it, of course. I don't know if anybody's really going to bite it. Maybe Uhura for a change of pace. But that would make, poor Spock's life nothing but tragedy. But that's what the comic seems to want to point out, is that, Kirk can't keep shit in his hands right, and Spock's life is agony. Everything he touches turns to shit, except Uhura, which is just fine. Hey, the wife agrees, it's all good. It's kind of like a hall pass, but fiction, because it's fiction, so it doesn't count. Bah! No green bitches. No green bitches for Billy. But no, I don't think that the impact would be there. I don't know if there'd be any impact of anybody dying on this crew, because you gotta reestablish. I know that they are the old-fashioned characters we love and hold dear, but they're not the same actors, and they don't have the same chemistry together. They're building it, they're working on it. Certainly, Carl Urban, who leaves no one unsatisfied, Carl Urban is doing a hell of a job as Bones. Fucking A. And he looks to be rocking it in this one hard. He's super buddies with Kirk. With Pine Kirk. The fresh smell of Pine Kirk is in the air. Yeah. But no, he's the one that's most relatable and so on. He's just too fucking handsome to be anything like DeForest Kelley. He's a new Bones, man. He's the Bones you want to bone. He's fucking Carl Urban, dude. Don't fuck with Carl Urban. I'll have to make a mess of you. I will make a mess of you for Carl Urban. He makes a mess of me. But you get my thing. He's the tall, dark, and handsome McCoy. Sorry. And he's also younger, because at no point will he be the age. Bones was always kind of very much older looking than all the others, but I don't know. You get my point. Tall, dark, and handsome Bones with Twink Spock and Twink Kirk doing their twinkish makeout sessions, which you can find on Google Images. And hopefully in their rip-off Mass Effect game that Billy was a fool and pre-ordered anyway. Because you know me. No, you don't. You don't know. But it's a reminder that all things must end. That's what Spock said. So, like all things, so must this podcast end. For tonight, anyway. Happy Tuesday, you rat bastards. I am Billy at _Swan_man on Twitter, repping for the Army of Snarkness on Twitter, at Army of Snarkness, like the Facebook page. Download all that shit on iTunes, Spreaker, and Stitcher, of course. Stitcher, always hot with the news that's fucking 6 hours old when I get notified about it. But, have a great night, or morning, whatever the hell. Have a good one. I don't know. Peace!